this video, I'm going to be sharing 10 of my favorite fragrances to wear for a date night. Yes, I have 10 fragrances here on this list, and these fragrances will get the job done when you're going on a first date, or even just a night setting or a date night, or you're meeting somebody for the first time. In my opinion, these fragrances are perfect to wear. So if you want to find out what these 10 fragrances are, please don't go anywhere. Yes, we have 10 fragrances here that are perfect for date night. But before we jump into the video, guys, if you're new to my channel and you like fragrances and you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel and don't forget to click that bell icon so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. Jumping in right away, we go to the house of Ormonde Jayne, and this one is Levant. Yes, Levant by Ormonde Jayne is a perfect fragrance to wear on a date night, be it the first date or even just a casual date night, because I find this fragrance to be an easy fragrance to wear, and I find this fragrance to be quite likable. A lot of people like this fragrance because it's a crowd-pleasing fragrance. It has a soapy, clean, citrusy vibe in here with some white florals. I believe there's rose listed as part of the notes with this one. And with this one, you might get compliments because it smells really fresh and refreshing. Yeah, Levant by Ormonde Jayne is one I've had for a while now. I've been wearing this fragrance, especially in the summertime. And this one works really well in the heat. This one shines a lot in the summertime. Easily likable, unisex in my opinion. A guy can wear this one, a lady can wear this one, even though I think this one leans slightly to the masculine side. Some of the notes with this one, there's tangerine listed here, there's mandarin orange listed as part of the notes, there's rose listed here, there's bergamot listed here, there's peony listed as part of the notes with this one, there's jasmine, there's musk, there's amber listed here, and just things like that. It's a really easy to wear fragrance. Yes, it does have some major dose of white florals, so you have to enjoy things like lily of the valley. You have to enjoy things like jasmine to like this fragrance. But yeah, it's still a very likable fragrance, and one that I personally have worn a lot of times and enjoyed and gotten compliments from wearing. So guys, that's Ormonde Jayne's Levant at number 10, and we move on to number 9. So coming at number 9, we go to the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This one is a popular fragrance that a lot of people like, and it's none other than Grand Soir by MFK. Grand Soir is a perfect fragrance for date night. This one smells so luxurious. This one smells so rich in that vanilla. If you really like vanilla fragrances, if you like a sexy vanilla fragrance, then you should maybe check this one out. I'm sure a lot of people have tried this fragrance, so this one needs almost no introduction. It's a great vanilla fragrance with some sexy ambery touches in here. There's some labdanum listed as part of the notes. I believe there's also some benzoin in here. But yeah, this one is just great fragrance when it comes to vanilla fragrances, in my opinion. Some people call this fragrance an amber. Personally, I don't think it's an amber fragrance. It does have some ambery qualities. For me, it's such a lovely, elegant amber fragrance, and one that I find to be really sexy, and one that would be perfect for date night. I also find this fragrance to be unisex. A lot of ladies like this one. A lot of guys like this one. And interestingly, guys, when I first discovered this fragrance, I didn't like it. I thought it smelled really weird. Guess who owns 2 bottles of Grand Soir? And yes, I have this bottle plus another bottle as a backup bottle of Grand Soir. One of my favorites from the house, Maison Francis Kurkdjian. If you want to create an impression, this would be a perfect fragrance to wear on a first date, in my opinion. It's just that good, guys, and this one gets me compliments. So guys, that's Grand Soir by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and we move on to number 8. So coming at number 8, we go to the house of Kilian Paris, and this one is called Sacred Wood. Yes, Sacred Wood by Kilian is a sandalwood fragrance. If you like sandalwood, if you like creamy, kind of milky sandalwood fragrances, then you should maybe check this one out. And Sacred Wood here is one of my favorites from the house of Kilian. I find this fragrance to be quite on the reserved side. This is not a screamer, but then it's so good and lovely, guys. This is a perfect fragrance for date nights, especially when you're meeting someone for the first time and you don't want to smell too overwhelming. You don't want to smell too loud. You don't want to overwhelm your partner with your fragrance. Then this is the perfect fragrance to wear. It's so soft and lovely, but at the same time, I find this fragrance to be quite intense because you almost go nose blind to this fragrance. Sandalwood and milk are the 2 notes listed with this one, and I believe this fragrance was discontinued and then relaunched. I'm not sure what the newer ones smell like, but I've had this bottle for a long time, and this was the older one. This one can be a unisex fragrance in my opinion. Like I said, this is not a beast mode fragrance, and this one doesn't project so much, but then the sillage with this one is amazing. It stays on you, it's there, and a lot of people would smell you when they come close enough. You will get noticed with this one, guys. So in my opinion, this is a perfect fragrance for date nights. I also find this fragrance to be sexy in the air, and a lot of ladies would like this one, guys. It's creamy, it's lactonic, it's woody, but it's quite soft and easy to wear. Guys, that's Sacred Wood by Kilian, and we move on to number 7. So coming out number 7, we go to the house of YSL, and this is the only designer fragrance on my list. And this is YSL Myself Les Parfums. Yes, guys, I'm not sure if a lot of you are familiar with the Myself line from YSL. And this one is a flanker to the original Myself EDP. And yes, what we have here is basically the same DNA as the original, but with some added notes of vanilla. I believe there's some spicy notes added here. I'm not sure if it's pepper, but yeah, this one just has more of a rounded vibe to me. The original smelled a lot like Levant by Ormonde Jayne to me, and this one is a little different. And YSL Myself Les Parfums here is a perfect fragrance to wear to a date night, because I find this one to be really, really interesting. Yeah, it has that crowd-pleasing quality. It has that that interesting factor with the oriental notes that are in here. I don't think anyone would be offended with this fragrance. I think it's a crowd-pleasing fragrance for a reason. A lot of people like this one, and a lot of people actually prefer this one to the original EDP version. There's a lot of white florals in here. It's citrusy. It can be an everyday fragrance. It works better in the cold weather, in my opinion, or even maybe more suited to the cold weather compared to the EDP, which I find to be more suited to the heat of summer. Personally, I would say the EDP is more of a daytime fragrance, while the Les Parfums here would be more of a nighttime fragrance. It's a great date night fragrance, in my opinion. One that I think a lot of ladies would like and appreciate, and one that I think would not overwhelm or not offend anybody when you wear, for a date night. And some of the notes with this one, we have vanilla listed here. We have some white florals listed here. We have black pepper. There's some woody notes in here. There's some patchouli in here. And I'm not sure if it's just me, guys, but I pick up a little bit of an ambroxan vibe in here. But I'm not sure if it's just me. That's why I sell Myself Les Parfums, another fragrance that's perfect for date night. And we'll move on to the next one. So the next fragrance I'm going to be sharing is from the house of Roja, and this one is a fairly new fragrance. It was launched last year, and this is a fragrance for date night, in my opinion, because I think this fragrance is really lovely, and it's none other than Roja's Oud Extraordinaire. Yes, I've said it a lot of times on this channel. Don't let the oud in the name of this fragrance scare you away. What I pick up here is a soft woody vibe in here, more of a cocktail of tropical fruits, and I'm not even able to pick out or to say what tropical fruits I'm smelling on here. It's just a good mix of different fruits, and it smells really good. It does have that candy floss vibe. There's some vanilla in here for sure. But yeah, it's really likable, really sweet fragrance. If you like sweet and fruity fragrances with a soft woody backbone, then you should maybe check this one out. I think this is a perfect fragrance for date night. I also think this is a perfect fragrance to wear on a first date, because this one would get you compliments. The scent profile with this one is really lovely. I don't think anyone will hate this fragrance. It's a really lovely and likable fragrance. And with this one, you get lots of musky vibes. You get some powdery vibes with this one. And the compliment factor with this one is just 10 out of 10. And a little bit of a floral vibe in here to my nose. I have a first impressions video of this fragrance on the channel. You can check it out and see what I think about this fragrance. And let me know what you think about this fragrance if you've tried it. And with this one, I think it's a perfect fragrance to wear in the summertime, especially because of that tropical vibe that's in here. And also maybe a fall fragrance or fragrance to wear in the fall season. And this one I find to be unisex, even though to me, it leans a little to the feminine side. It's a great date night fragrance in my opinion. One I think you should check out if you're looking for a fruity fragrance, if you're looking for a sweet fragrance, if you're looking for something crowd pleasing, something that's fruity, something that's sweet, then you should definitely check Oud Extraordinaire here by Roja out. And we move on to the next one. So the next fragrance on my list is from the house of Penhaligon's, and this one is called Alfetti. Yes, this is the original Alfetti, and this one is on my list to be one of the fragrances to wear for date night. So if you're looking to make a statement, or if you're looking to make an impression with your scent, then you should wear Penhaligon's Alfetti. Yes, because I think this one has the right depth when it comes to the scent profile and even the longevity on this one. And what we have here is a rose oud combo kind of fragrance. There's some cypress listed, there's cardamom, there's saffron listed here, there's some oud in here for sure, there's a leathery vibe in here, there's some ambery touches in here, and in here there's some nutmeg listed as well. So with this fragrance, you know what you get when it comes to depth. And I find this fragrance to be elegant. I find this fragrance to be sophisticated. I also find this fragrance to be sexy. I find this fragrance to be unisex fragrance. And this one works better in the cold weather for me. And if you control your sprays, you can wear this fragrance in the summertime. You can also wear this one in the springtime. Yes, this is one of my favorite fragrances when it comes to the house of Penhaligon's. And even the Halfeti line. I own this one. I own the cedar and I own the leather version of Halfeti here. Great fragrance in my opinion for a first date. Great fragrance in my opinion for a date night. I find this one to be quite sexy. I find this one to have the right depth when it comes to the composition. I find this one to be really long lasting, and that's why it's on my list. So guys, that's Penhaligon's Halfeti, and we move on to the next one. The next fragrance I'm going to be sharing is from the house of Sospiro, and this one is called Traviata. Yes, I've talked a lot about this fragrance on this channel and how much I really enjoyed this one. And yes, in the beginning, I didn't like this fragrance when I first got this fragrance from the brand. Like at the time, I wasn't feeling this fragrance. I wasn't sure what this one was all about. But spending time with this fragrance, this one has suddenly become one of my favorites from the entire brand. And I own a few of their fragrances, and this one has become one of my favorites. What we have here is a spicy, ambery fragrance with some lavender in the mix here. There's some fruitiness in here. There's some floral touches in here. There's patchouli listed here, and there's some woods in here as well. Yeah, this one reminds me a little bit of Oud for Greatness, but not just Oud for Greatness, but Oud for Greatness with something else. It's like a twist of Oud for Greatness, and that's my best description of this fragrance. If you like Oud for Greatness, then you will like this fragrance. Yeah, this one just has that very likable factor. This one has that citrusy opening. There's some herbal notes in here. It has a little bit of a greenness in here, some spices, loads of spices actually with this one. Great fragrance in my opinion when it comes to first dates. If you're looking to make a statement, if you're looking to make an impression with your scent, this is one of those fragrances. Yes, I find this fragrance to also be sexy. It's on the sweet side, it's on the fruity side, with a little bit of a spicy kick to it, but then those florals are amazing and they work really well here to give that sensual, sexy vibe in my opinion. And that's why I think Traviata by Sospiro is a perfect date night fragrance. And this one is unisex. A lady can wear this one, a guy can wear this one, and I find this fragrance to really last a long time. And the longevity on this one is perfect. This one will last you all night when you're on your date, and this one will get you compliments. It's a great compliment getter for me. One that got me lots of compliments in the summertime. And I find this fragrance to be quite versatile. I can wear this one in the summertime. I can wear this one in the fall. I can wear this one in the cold weather like the wintertime, and even in the springtime. So guys, that's Traviata by Sospiro, and we move on to the next one. So the next fragrance on my list is from the house of BDK Perfumes, and it's none other than Gris Chanel Extrait. Yes guys, I've been talking a lot about this fragrance recently, and I think this is one of the fragrances that a lot of people like. A lot of my followers like this fragrance, and it's really hard to find someone that doesn't like this fragrance. And maybe you can find someone that doesn't like the original, but a lot of people like this Extrait version and they think this one is better than the original. And in my opinion, I think this is an upgrade to the original because the original never really worked for me. And Gris Chanel Extrait here is a combination of woods. It's a combination of some spices, some fruity notes, some vanilla, some tonka. There's some patchouli in here as well. But what I really enjoy in this fragrance is the note of iris and the note of fig. I always like when iris and fig are paired together in any fragrance because I find those two to really work well together. But this fragrance is a perfect fragrance for a date night. It has that creamy, that lactonic vibe that just work really well. It's a compliment getter for me. And this one is definitely sweet. It does have a woody aspect. It does have a floral aspect. It does have a spicy aspect as well. There's a lot going on in here that I just can't explain, guys. It's not a beast mode fragrance to me, but it does last a really long time. If you like that creamy, that almost lactonic woody vibe, then you should maybe check this one out. It's a great date night fragrance in my opinion, and one I've put a lot of people on to and they really enjoy it. So guys, that's Gris Chanel Extrait by BDK Perfumes, and we move on to the next one. So the next fragrance I'm going to be sharing is from the house of Parfums de Marly, and this one is called Herod. Yes, Herod by Parfums de Marly is my go-to date night fragrance. I think this one is really sexy. I find this fragrance to be really likable, and I also like the way this fragrance smells on me. What we have here is tobacco, we have some vanilla in here, we have some spices in here, we have some musky touches in here. But to my nose, what really stands out to me is all about that sexy vanilla with the spices. And Herod here is a unisex fragrance. It's one that just does the job when it comes to date night. I find this fragrance to be sexy. I find this fragrance to have that romantic vibe that, you know, would be perfect for your date nights. It's a great fragrance to wear on a first date. It's also a great fragrance to wear when you're going to have those close encounters with your partner. In my opinion, this is a great fragrance and it's unisex. I'm not sure why Parfums de Marly decided to maybe market this fragrance to guys, because I find ladies to also wear this one and it works pretty well. The longevity on this one, however, can be really dodgy. Some people have said this fragrance doesn't last a long time. In my personal opinion, I think it's about average. It doesn't last a really long time, and I'm sure the new ones, the newer batches, are really lagging behind when it comes to the performance on Herod here. But still a great fragrance in my opinion, great scent profile, great composition. If you like vanilla, if you like a sexy tobacco vanilla combo kind of fragrance, then you should maybe check this one out. It works really well, and it's a great compliment getter for me. Arguably one of my favorites from the brand as well, and one of my favorites to wear when it comes to date nights, and that's Herod by Parfums de Marly. Guys, check this one out. It's a great compliment getter for me as well. And we move on to the next one. If you're looking to shop any of these fragrances here in Canada and the States, I'm going to leave a link down below where you can shop some of these fragrances. And you're welcome to use my promo code PFC5 to get 5% off when you shop. So the last fragrance on my list is from the house of Bvlgari, and this one is Tiger. Yes, I've talked about this fragrance a lot on this channel, and you guys know how I feel about this one. So yes, what we have here is a citrusy combination with some woods. And I believe there's some ISOE super here, or even ambroxan, I'm not sure. But with this fragrance, you have that really juicy grapefruit. You have that really refreshing, sexy grapefruit, in my opinion. And it's paired with some ambrette and some ginger. Slightly spicy, but really woody at the same time. And with this one, there's some ambroxan in here. And if you're familiar with fragrances with ambroxan, you can kind of pick it up in here. Yes, a lot of people have asked me what kind of bottle I have here. This one is a 30 ml bottle of Bvlgari's Tigar, or Tiger, like some people call it. This is a great date night fragrance in my opinion. It has that really sexy freshness that a lot of people would really like. It's a sexy date night fragrance, and with this one, you will get lots of compliments, and I'm sure your partner will really enjoy smelling you all night. This one does the job, and a few sprays go a long way with this one. And this one is more of a masculine fragrance to me. I don't think this is a unisex fragrance. That's Bvlgari Tiger from the La Gemme collection. And that's my #1 fragrance when it comes to date night fragrances. There you have it. Those are my 10 favorite fragrances for date night. Let me know what you think about my list. Let me know if there's some fragrances I missed out on my list and you think I should add on my list. And let me know some fragrances you think I should maybe explore and see what I think. Please, if you're new to my channel and you like fragrances, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. I'm going to wrap things up here, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Please, until then, stay safe and bye-bye.